This is a special evening. How are you guys doing today?
Doing well. How are you all doing?
Doing
Doing
good.
well. Doing well.
Good evening. Very good evening to everybody.
We've got the Fantastic Four in the house. Yes. So, I mean, if you think about it, I'm in Southeast UK. Steve is in Manchester. Day you are in Nashville. And Marina is in Quebec. I wonder who has it the coldest.
Oh yeah.
How is life in Canada? Is this
It's cold. I'm ready for this to wrap up and get over to spring. But we still have a long way to go. So yeah, this week it was super cold. This week I was praying for a snow day, but it didn't happen.
does that make you warm?
Well, no, I get to stay home if it's a snow day.
Okay.
That's what I was hoping. Me and my colleagues, but we didn't get a snow day. But the phone did go out of service, so I was like, okay, I'll take it as a win.
Okay. Okay. Is that Jizz? Is that Jizz?
Yes.
Well, that's
Yes.
Jezza? Okay, Jez. Okay. Welcome, Jez. Thanks for joining us in. Okay. Then Stevie, how have you been?
I've had a good weekend out in your Premier League team's neck of the woods yesterday. looking for vinyl and CDs as usual in Liverpool. Had a really good day, good weekend. So it seemed quite mild as well. I know that Lorraine's got it cold. It was very cold last weekend here. Street like -3. But we've had a lot of rain in Manchester. It's made it milder, but I think the cold weather's returning. So it's time of year. You got to expect it. You have got to expect it. We're in winter season. In this side of the year anyway.
Yes, well, J Hodge and M Hill, you guys are early. We just started. Yes, we just started. And how's it out in Nashville?
Nashville's pretty good. It's cool. Sometimes it's warmer during the day. But just working, So,
We've got teacher's pet M Mac in the house as well. Okay. Yeah, it's yeah, the weather's not too bad over here. Yesterday, I did have only one of the best. Thanks very much. I had Tim Kelly from Tim and Bob. He I hadn't spoken to him in a couple of months, and he came on to talk about the hits that they made and stuff like that. So we did that live. But tonight is two albums of two girls who are, I think, just about 2 or 3 months apart in age, and their albums came out within, I think, a month or two of each other, and one sold a lot more than the first one, but it's their second albums that took them in different directions and things like that. What did you guys make? Well, I'll start with you, Lorna. What did you make of both albums and both artists?
Well, this was hard because I love both artists and I like both albums, but I remember being obsessed with Brandy's debut album. So it was really hard to narrow it down to just 5 songs. So even with my list, I don't think I'm 100% happy with it. I tried, you guys, but yeah, I feel like that Brandy album is just a classic album. Like it started off really well. It's great because she was so young. And it was just well done. And then I know Aaliyah's first album, we don't talk about it a lot because of R. Kelly producing the whole album. But it still had a lot of good songs on it too. I remember one of my best friends, that was her album that she was obsessed with. So we would play it all the time, every weekend. But yeah, I think both of them did like a really good job with the debut album.
Okay. What about you, Stevie?
I guess two contrasting styles of R&B at the time. Great memories, big memories of them both. I would say This one was more of like a street swing style of music with R. Kelly's signature. You could call it street swing because that's what this album was. There was, quite a bit of up tempos going on here, as well as a few ballads and that.
You froze for a second.
All right, am I back on now?
Yeah, you froze for a second. You're back on. Yeah, go ahead.
All right. And I think obviously this had a different producer, Keith. Was it Keith Crouch? And again,
Keith
more
Crouch,
of an organic sounding R&B. I mean, it's tough. Overall, I think I listen to this album more because it's just it's hard. I think the singles are far more durable. Have been more durable from this album, the singles. And I think sound-wise, I think they stood the test of time more. Where this now album sounds very of its time. But I've just got bigger memories of this. I didn't buy this when it come out. It's more, it's a few years. I bought the singles, but not the actual album. So I'm more akin to this album, even though the singles on here, they sound amazing now. They really do. Stood the test of time so well. But you have to have them both and enjoy them both from that year.
Okay, Dave. I mean, probably the youngest and on the team here, probably. So you would have missed when the albums came out. But what have you made subsequently listening to the albums?
Oh yeah, my girls. I think, like Lorena said, like this was so hard. Like I don't think I'm even happy with my list. Like I feel like everything's good number one. But I like Stevie said, they're both very contrasting like ideologies when it comes to that 90s R&B sound. But I think they were both just amazing to have those vocals at that age that they did, and given like the platforms that they were given. And they did really good with them. I think when I was younger, I was more like tuned into Brandy's first album, but then Aaliyah's later albums, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I enjoyed both very much.
Yeah, I think so. If we think about when Aaliyah came out with her album, we've just had R. Kelly's public announcement. So he had Vibe and all so then he was really kicking, and so having him, if you hold up the CV, Stevie, you could see him just in the background there, like, hey, I'm part of this. You could just see him creeping at the background, just looking at it like, hey, man, I'm here. But it meant that, especially when Back and Forth came out, it was like, oh, this is R. Kelly's prodigy. So she got that instant recognition and instant boost. And because if you think of it, Brandy was already on TV, so she already had the machine behind her. Mom was her manager. She was in the industry, and she got a big label, Warner Brothers, pushing her. But the fact that Aaliyah had R. Kelly, who was really hot at the time, that really got her into our public attention. And Back and Forth was like, hey, what's going on with this? And I would say that, but for me, there was musically, I think Brandy's album was musically better produced. It felt like she had a jazz, like a Quincy Jones kind of producer, the funk, the guitar. You could hear all of that in the records, and so I think production-wise, it was richer. But you would be surprised that Aaliyah's album sold 6 million and Brandy sold 4. I do think this is my favorite Brandy album. I didn't buy the hype of The Boy's Mine. Even Rodney says it wasn't his best production, but it was his biggest song. But I didn't buy into the hype of that. So I actually thought that Keith Crouch probably should have continued working with her, because he captured an essence in a song. And I think for her age, let me see so the albums came out in '94, and she was. They were both born in 1979, and doing the maths, they were both about 15 when they came out. But Brandy's album sounded age appropriate. Best Friend and Brokenhearted and Wanna Be Down. It sounded age appropriate. but Aaliyah didn't look like she was 15, and the songs didn't come sound like that. So, but
hold on. What do you mean by Brandy's album sounded age appropriate? Do you mean it sounded right for her age?
Yeah. Like I Want to Be Down.
I think it sounded far more mature for her age, whereas this sounded bang on for her age. But that's my opinion anyway.
Okay.
I thought it sounded far more mature.
Okay. What do you think?
That's probably why them singles have stood the test of time. You know.
Okay.
I think they had a more of an older, organic art, but again, it's just opinions, in it. That to me, when I said that sounds of its time. It sounds like a teen. This sounds like a teenager's street
teenager, a 90s teenager, yeah.
But, okay.
I don't know.
What did you guys think then? I mean, you girls, as females, what did you think?
I didn't think neither of them sounded like they were being too grown. I don't think so. I think they both probably had different experiences growing up, different, regions of growing up will call for different, like, how they sound. So me personally, I don't think none of them sounded like they were just too grown singing.
Okay. Lorena, what?
Yeah, no, I agree. I think both of them were age appropriate. Even the style that they had too. So I think both teams did like a really good job of, even though I don't think Aaliyah really talked about, but even still, she wasn't like too grown. Like you didn't think she was super old, but she was still like a young girl. So I think they both did it. Like even the content on both of the albums too. Like a lot of it, like if you think of songs like Best Friend or on Aaliyah's album, a lot of it is like talking about like a crush, which like a lot of teenage girls, that's what what's happening. So I think they did a really good job, both of them.
Okay. Do you think then, did you guys listen to Aaliyah's album today based on what we know now? Or did you listen to it and appreciate it just for the songs? Could you separate all the stuff that has happened subsequently when you listen to Age Ain't Nothing But a Number as an album?
Oh yeah, like this is some of her work that we appreciate, her for. And sometimes is, everyone separates the artist from the real person. So yes, you're a great person, you have done all these accolades within music. We know that you did that, but like we appreciate what you did for music. Also looking at what you know.
How old was Aaliyah was 15 at the time? How old was R. Kelly?
Jalen might know. Jalen knows everything about.
So let me see now. 67. 9. That was. I'm just trying to do some maths here.
Some maths here.
So she was how much? 15? Because she's 12. R. Kelly was 12 years old. He was 12 years older than her. And then Wanye was 6 years older than Brandy. So R. Kelly's 12 years older than R. Kelly, than Aaliyah, and Wanye.
R. Kelly was 27 then.
No, he was born in 1767. And Aaliyah was born in 79, so that's a 12-year swing. So
he's 27.
If he was 27, then Aaliyah was 15. Yeah,
15. Okay.
Yeah. So So, but as I said, I think I didn't appreciate. I would say this, that I didn't appreciate Aaliyah's voice until onto her second album, because I didn't realize, especially now that I'm listening to it, how she sings. I'm thinking, wow, her voice was very distinct and really rich and very rich. And I don't think at the time, I just thought, I think I got into the R. Kelly prodigy and the songs, R. Kelly stuff, but I didn't appreciate her vocals until when she did, until Timbaland started working with her, and I'm like, okay, I like the beats, and I like how she sang on it. But listening to her albums subsequently, now I'm like, wow, she actually was a really, really good singer. In fact, I'm thinking angelic in sometimes, and which at the time I didn't really appreciate. Maybe because we just was spoke with so much that it was easy just to like, okay, this is nice. Yeah. Okay. What was this hard to do a combination of 5 songs from each album and rank them to top 10?
Yes. I have about like 7 favorites from each. Like I don't want to
Yeah,
put stuff too low. Like it was hard. It was so hard.
I agree. It was really hard. Like I had about like 7 or 8, and I was just like, I don't know how I'm gonna get it to 5 and put them in order. It was just, it's a mess.
Yes.
I think so. I think I got I mean I've got 7 tracks from each of them, so my honorable mentions would be at the same. But the 5, at first I thought I had my I knew who my my top 5 and where like who had the but as I kept listening, I'm listening to it in today's ears, and all of a sudden there was a massive shift. So I would say that my list will surprise everyone. My list will definitely surprise everyone. So guys, as you guys are watching, every comment that you are making across the platforms where we're able to watch. We know Jalen has got his Aaliyah. Jalen's got the Aaliyah image on and stuff like that. So we're watching everyone, and we have now ranked the album, both albums, 5 tracks from each album, and then we're going to put them in a list of our top 10, and then we're going to start from number 10 down to number 1, and from there, then by the time we get to number 1, we do a sort of 10 to 9, then give a big reveal, and then we'll rank what we thought the albums were out of 10, and of course we'll also say which was our favorite album. But without any delay, Raina, do you want to say what is number 10 on your list?
All right, so number 10, listen, guys, I just had to put these songs.
Literally.
And because I literally went back and forth, like right up until I like logged in to come on here. Yeah, it was that hard for me. So number 10, I'm gonna start off with Aaliyah's Street Thing. So that's at number 10. And it's so hard. Like,
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. Goodness.
Yeah.
You and I have a street
That's
thing.
a strong start. That is a strong pick.
Okay. Stevie, what's number 10 for you then?
What made you pick Street Thing? I'm just interested to know what was
like
it
to
about
put it
Street
in
Thing?
my top 10.
Yeah, just about if these are the production or the song.
It's the production, it's the song. I love the ending of the song too, of how it goes into, I don't know the lyrics right off the bat, and nor can I sing, but it's just very catchy. Like I just always had the song in my head, so it came into my top 10.
I mean, what's interesting about this Aaliyah album? There's obviously 3 big single choices. Whether you like the singles, so you're gonna lean towards them 3 singles. Then you've got to pick 2. It's the other 2 tracks from the others. It's tough. It's really, really tough. I mean, whereas this album, again, there's 3 big singles on this album. So I suppose, yeah, you got to pick like 2, But yeah, Street Thing. You know what? Blueprint. I didn't even put that in my top 10, but it is. I listened to it. I'm like, God, this is so good. How can I leave this out?
Yeah, you can.
But anyway, I started at number 10 with Brandy, and I've literally made a change just a few minutes before I've come on the podcast. That what did I have at number 10? I had Brandy, Sunny Day at number 10.
Okay.
And then I thought,
Good one.
But then I thought, looking back, when I did actually get this album, it was the first track that I played a lot more. It was Moving On. So I've just I really struggled with finding 2 other tracks apart from the Brandy singles to put in this top 10. So I've gone with Moving On at number 10. So it's a strong opener. I did listen to it a lot back then. Still sounds good now. And I thought it'd be a good way to start my top 10. So that's it. That's why I picked that record, really.
Okay.
Doesn't send me asleep.
Okay. Yeah, I think, as I said, I started off, I knew what I wanted. I knew the songs that were going to be my top 5. And then, as I said, as I kept listening, I had a very different appreciation. And at number 10 for me was a song that I thought was nice, but the more I listened to it, I just thought that it wasn't too bad, but it wasn't as great. And I wasn't too sure if it needed to be the single, and that's Baby. Baby,
Wow.
baby, baby, baby. Don't
That's a
you
really
know
strong
that you're
track,
so
Andy.
fine?
Really strong.
That's number 10.
Wow.
Yeah. As I said, it got in. Yeah. I mean, Sunny Days just came out of my list, but I did think that I like the jazzy flow of that. I think but the production by
That
Keith Crouch
production in
was
it's
really
really-
great, and Something for the People. But I think there was more. Yeah. But anyway, Baby's number 9 and number 10 for me.
So you've used one of your Brandy singles already. That's interesting.
Yes,
That's
yes,
very
yes,
interesting.
yes. I told you guys no one would ever guess my would never guess my top 5. Number 1 would definitely shock everyone. All right. A day.
As usual. As usual on the podcast.
Literally as usual.
Yeah, Rasheen passes and yet co-wrote Baby, yeah.
For my number 10, I have a song from Brandy's album, a ballad that I recently came across when doing the research for this show. Love Is on My Side. I think y'all know I'm a ballad person, but I can also be like a new puppy, new Jack Swing, but I love ballads so much, and I think she did exceptionally well in this ballad. So I made my top 10.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I was too much into ballads as much, but don't make me mad. Okay, Lorena, number 9. What made you number 9?
Number 9, it's another Aaliyah track, and it's "I'm So Into You." That's what I
Wow.
had.
I'm so into you. Hey, VJ.
Hi, VJ.
Okay. Oh, you put these. I'm so into you. Okay. That and it came out the same year as SWV's is 92. But okay, I'm so into you. Yeah. Okay. That just came outside of my top 10, but yeah, that was a nice one. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you've already used 2 Aaliyah. You've already got 3 more. Okay. Stevie.
For number 9, I've gone with another Brandy track. I admit I didn't play this at all during that time, but I think it sounds really good now, and it's one of the ballady mid-tempo tracks. And I've gone for Always on My Mind.
Oh, okay. You're always on my mind. Not Esther. Oh, that's Esther Vivi.
Always on my mind.
I love the production. Yeah. I think production-wise, it was like a jazzy definitely album. Okay.
Yeah. So I've used 2 Brandy lives already at 10 and 9. Whereas Lorraine has gone with 2 Aaliyahs. Interesting.
Goodness. At number 9 for me is production-wise, I thought it was one of the best. It was definitely a very strong track, very strong production. It almost felt as if I feel as if they did this even live, using live musicians, and I think that's what I appreciate about this Brandy album. And back to Brandy, the opening track on the album, Moving On. It was so funky and everything. I preferred it to Baby. It was such a good, strong way of opening up the album. And yeah. So Moving On at number 9.
I just want to say I really agree with, I think this person's name is Lorena Billing Slay. I'm Yours is such a great song from Brandy's album. Oh my gosh, mind blown. I should have found that song years ago. But my number 9 is a song from Aaliyah's debut album, and I have I'm Down. I love that intro, and I love the chorus of repeating the track. I don't want to sing it, but like if you
Oh,
know, you know.
which one is that?
It's like I'm down. That's all I know. I
Okay.
just have it queued up, so
Okay, now I can
I'm here
remember.
right
Okay,
now.
okay, okay. I didn't even put it. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, nah, 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 nah. Yeah. All right. Okay, Loretta. What about you? What's number 8?
I have my first track from Brandy. So this one here is the first track from the album called Moving On. I just think it's such a good song. Like you said, Namdi, it's like it was such a good way to open up the album. Just like the instruments, how it was produced, like the beat, it's amazing. And then I love the content in the song. So yeah, that's my number 8.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Loved it. Loved that. Loved it. Loved it. Loved it. Loved it. Stevie.
I'm not sure whether it was R. Kelly's. R. Kelly was a huge fan of the Isleys, or whether it was Aaliyah, or if it's R. Kelly's influence
Yeah, I
over
think it's him.
Aaliyah doing Isley covers. But if this had been the remix, it'd probably be number 1. But because it's just the album mix, and it is done very, very well. It's not as good as the original, but I've got At Your Best You Are Love.
Oh, okay.
Number 8. Like I say, the remix was an absolute killer remix. It would have made my top 3. It might have been number 1. But it had to be in my top 10. So Leah's first entry tonight is At Your Best You Are Love.
Okay.
Very nice version.
Okay.
Not quite top 5 worthy for me though, but nice.
Okay. Yeah. VJ said okay, did a few Isley related songs. Actually, but he there was quite a bit of sampling of the Isley Brothers on that album, and then he worked with them later on. At number 8 for me, I preferred the album version than the single version, and that is Brokenhearted. Yeah, I prefer the album version than I think I don't know. I mean, I just thought the Wanye was this young girl singing and Wanye singing back to her. I just felt. I think it felt more inappropriate to me than the R. Kelly stuff because I didn't even think anything of R. Kelly stuff. I just thought he was just like a prodigy, like an uncle. But just seeing Wanye, who I felt was older than with this young 15-year-old girl singing, it just felt like and singing a ballad together. It felt so when the video and the single version, I didn't appreciate it as much. I preferred her singing alone, and I preferred her own version, like album version. And most times the single versions are always better because they add a lot more. But to me, I think the original was better. I love the production and stuff like that. So as I said,
we got some Aaliyah stands in this chat tonight. I'm just looking at.
No, but
I mean, there's a lot.
Yeah,
there's a lot of comments coming in. We've got a few Aaliyah stands in here. Cool down, folks.
I wondered if she sang Brokenhearted with, say, Tevin Campbell or what's the guy from High Five, Tony Thompson. Maybe it probably aesthetically. I just thought it felt like this old guy and this young girl, and they're talking about they were dating and stuff. So it just felt like a little weird to me, and so I never appreciated that version of the song. But when I listened to the album version, I just liked her. I just loved how they took their time. Loved how she sang it. But that's just me. Hey, what's going on? What is your number 8?
Guys, unfortunately, it's just too many great songs. So in real life, though, this song is, super high. This is a video that I really love by Brandy. I love her costume changes, especially when I think she's in like a pink jacket. Her braids itself, like iconic. But I have Baby at number 8.
Oh, okay. Okay, see that? So we didn't all put it as high. I had it at number 10. Okay, number 8. All right. So, okay, top 7, number 7. Lorena, where are we at?
Top 7. Okay, so number 7, I put Down with the Click from Aaliyah's album.
Mm.
So, yeah,
Down with
that's the one that I put there.
Did that get released in the US? I know it got. I just remember there was a few more single releases in the UK and Europe, and Down with the Click was one of them. I don't know if it got released in the US though. Yeah, it came out with remixes on.
Ah, no, I don't think I was out there. I don't think I remember it.
You know.
Yeah. Okay. No, no, I don't think I remember it. But for those who actually, yeah, the Aaliyah's AJ Nothing number sold 6 million worldwide, and Brandy's debut album sold 4 million. However, I don't know how many of those sales were post Aaliyah's death that then meant that they reissued the albums and stuff. But at the time, I think Brandy had more of a impact on the charts and on the radio. Towards, she had singles that did better than Aaliyah's at the time. Yes. Okay, Stevie, what did you put at number 7?
I'm just remembering the singles. There was a few more. I thought there was only 3, but there weren't. There was a few more that actually got released in the UK. Number 7, I've got Aaliyah, my second entry from Aaliyah, and this track was released in the UK. There's a really good remix as well. I think it was a Steve Gervier remix, if you can get hold of it, which takes it to another level. But I've got The Thing I Like. The Thing I Like. I like that record. Again, very swingy.
Wasn't that on the Low Down Dirty Shame soundtrack? I think it was.
Yeah, there was. Yeah, I think there was something like that on there. Was it that? I can't remember, but there was an Aaliyah track. But yeah, so that's my second entry.
Okay.
On my chart, Aaliyah, The Thing I Like.
Yeah. So Down the Click was released in May of 95, and The Thing I Like was released in August of 95. Yeah. Okay. The Thing I Like at number 7. So number 7 for me, played it, and Age Ain't Nothing But a Number is at number 7 for me, and yeah, I like the video. I like when they do their lean back walk. Age ain't nothing but a like. Okay, my friends, it's just going down. I don't think at the time I understood what they were singing about. Yeah, that's like. I think it's become more not conscious now about age ain't nothing but a number. But at the time, I just thought, oh no, it's just throwing down. I just thought about it. But as I said, the rumors didn't really pop until later. So I didn't. I was just listening to the track and enjoying it. She started off by saying, "Oh, did she give her dates? I think she said 92, May of 92." And I'm thinking, "Oh, you're about 12 when you were recording the track." So, yeah. But anyway, age ain't nothing but a number. Thrown down ain't nothing but a thing.
Like you asked the question about listening to the album and separating what happened from the music. So I guess that didn't fully happen for me because, yeah, I don't know. I didn't put that on my list. And I think it's because of now understanding what what was happening.
Ah. No, yeah. I think I mean, that was so some of the songs and the lyrics when I'm listening to them, I'm thinking, oh goodness. But I was able to just appreciate the music. So as I said, I was going from what I was hearing and what I enjoyed, as opposed to like, oh man, this is wrong. Let me just remove it. So yeah, okay. So that's number 7 for me is age ain't nothing but a number. Today, what's number 7 for you?
My number 7 is a song that I feel like Aaliyah didn't get a lot of music videos for this album. Brandy too. But I guess that just happens. I don't know why that happens. Like some songs that are really good just don't get a music video. But my number 7 is Young Nation.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't think they've made a video for that one. No.
I wish I would have though.
What did you think of the song?
I like it because it's like a pledge of allegiance to being young but loving that groove, that old school music, and that's just me. Just vibing with that song, really. So
Okay. 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 Number six, Lorena.
Number 6, I have a song from Brandy's album. I put Best Friend at number 6.
Mm.
I can see why.
But
Yeah.
to me, that felt like. So when I'm listening to that, I'm like, well, who, I think Jodie Watley sang about friends, but she had the video with her brother and they're dancing, and I felt like that's very wholesome, very very rich and wholesome kind of vibe in that.
Mhm.
Okay, okay, Stevie, what about you?
To what I confirm something, the thing I like, if you're real Aaliyah stan like I am, it's on this version of the album, the UK version, the European. So you Aaliyah stans that are commenting tonight, go and get yourself a copy. Go and get yourself. Anyway, what number are we on?
Number 7. Is it number 6 or 7?
6.
6.
Six.
Because I've already used 2 Brandy tracks that weren't singles, so I've gone with Baby, number 6. That was tough to put there because I didn't really like that. It's not made my top 5, but I really enjoyed that record. There were so many really good remixes. Yeah. Brandy. Yep. So Brandy Baby at number 6. It's all big hits.
If you think about it, they're about let's just say on average 26 songs from both albums, and we're picking a top 10. So if it gets in your top 10, it's a massive thing. So yeah, and which is better than if we're just doing the one album as well. So you put Baby there. Okay, number 6 for me was the debut single by this artist, and I think this was a very popular one, and it's Back and Forth by Aaliyah. I know Brian Alexander Morgan has said that Back and Forth, he feels that R. Kelly took his style from back. I'm so into you, back and forth. I don't know. I'm not a musicologist and stuff, but I did like it, and I think it's a song that made its mark when it came out. Everyone was watching it. The video, little R. Kelly rap in there, but how she sang too, she just soft, in control. It was just such a vibe, just listening to something so different. Because we were getting the Coco voices, we were getting the big church lay girls singing, and they were all in their mid-20s, early mid-20s by that time. And you had this young girl singing softly and not singing like anybody. So I don't know. When you listen to Aaliyah, who does she remind you of anyone?
Janet Jackson. Like that soft angelic tone. My queens, but yes, that's who like, vocal styles remind me of. But like they don't sound alike, but like that softness.
Okay.
They're similar, I find.
Okay. Yeah. So you can think about it, but very few. And plus, I could hear what you were saying. But yeah. So she was very distinct and very different than what was out there. So that's why she caught on. The Red Golden Child was saying Aaliyah was singing like Ella Fitzgerald. Okay. All right. We're number 6. Okay, so I said Back and Forth a day. Well, what about you?
For number
6.
Oh, number 6. I'm Yours from Brandy's debut album. I encourage everyone to go listen to it. I love this ballad. Like I cannot get enough of this. I'm gonna listen to it after we
end. Somebody says Aaliyah sounds like Janet and Sade with Coco's runs. Okay. All right. We're in the top five now. Top five.
Top
Uh,
five
top
got
five.
really, got really tricky. Um, top five for me, I'm gonna start it off with Aaliyah's "At Your Best, You Are Love." So I always love this version of the song. I think it's the first version that I was introduced to, and then after I listened to the Isley Brothers. But yeah, this is has been always one of my favorite songs. So definitely had to put it in my top five.
Hmm. Yeah. Had you heard the original before?
No, like, I don't remember, like, maybe, like, people were playing it, like, in the house, but
Mm,
I don't remember, like, I remember hearing this first, and then I remember later on, like, listening to the Isley Brothers and then hearing it and then being like, "Oh, I didn't
mm,
realize that that was a cover."
mm.
I've only heard their version once. This is Aaliyah song to me.
Yeah, yeah, I love the production of it. The way changing up. I think did we do? We did 1 in a million or so, and she
Yeah.
sang. Who's another cover? Isley Brothers
Oh,
cover.
"Choosy Lover."
Choosy Lover,
Mm.
and I think I mentioned I preferred the. I wish they had just released the new school version of it because it was different than the old school. I think she was saying, "Look, I can sing the old school, but I can also do the new school vibe." I think with this song, I don't think I wanted her to mix it up. I'd like the fact that they did a little bit different with the production, but I didn't want it to just change it because I just felt that it just did showcase her amazing vocals. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stevie, what's number
So,
five?
so you had back. What number did you have back and forth at, Andy?
Number six.
So I don't know. I'm just interested to know your memories of that when it first came out. Do you actually remember it coming out?
Yeah. At the time when it came out, it was. I think I just remember. I can see the video. I can just see them walking into the basketball hall, and I can just remember hearing R. Kelly. I'm thinking, oh, R. Kelly's out. And I remember watching BET because I moved to America, as mentioned, in '92. So '94, I was in Alabama in university, or sorry, junior college, and it was did I must have bought the album from just from that, but I don't know if I appreciated the rest of the album as much. But that was definitely one of the songs of '94 when it came out because it was different, and it was yeah, it was definitely I can still remember it.
But it's only at number 6 for you.
Hey, as I said, when I'm listening to the albums now, it's how my ears relate to them today. And as I
Do
said,
you
when
do
I
you
look
have
at
any like any of these songs that you've grown up with that you're more emotionally attached to though? Any memories or that's
no, so that my top three, two of my number two and three are songs that I just hear and I say, yeah, they've got to be up there.
I mean
That's
the back and forth when that came out, it was huge. I don't mean chart. I mean like if you were going out to R&B clubs at the time, if you're around DJs, it was just being played everywhere. It was just that record at that time was just I think was everything. But anyway, just interested on why you put it at number 6. But anyway, number 5. I'm surprised this got to number 5 actually, and I was listening to it before. It's another Aaliyah track. It wasn't a single, and this sounds more like SWV. I'm so into you than what Back and Forth does. But I've picked Aaliyah. I'm so into you. That sounds like SWV to me. But
yeah, well, it's got the same name and stuff.
yeah,
It's
that's probably the one that sounds more like SWV. But again, it's just another really good funky swing track that I like on the album.
yeah. I'm so into you. Nah. Yeah, okay. Um, Number 5 for me is just like Lorena. At your best, you are love. Oh goodness, she sounded so angelic, and I don't think, as I mentioned, I didn't appreciate her voice as much at the time as I have done subsequently since listening to her albums this last year, this last 6 months, and I'm listening to her, and I'm thinking, wow, this is just so amazing the way she's just, and at that young age as well, and and not straining, and but not trying to be like anyone else as well. So yes, so at your best, I love what she did to it. I love this that she just made it her own. I love the production as well, and I think I love the fact that they reinvented an old song and introduced it to a new audience as well. Because this was really big for the Isley Brothers, because their comeback within the last couple of years after this R. Kelly sort of reached out and used them. We had the Friend of Mine remix, so we had the Down Low, then we had them doing their own Mr. Big stuff, and then so we had them all come out almost like out of retirement, and did and guys, if you've not listened to Mission to Please, the album by the Isley Brothers, that they had R. Kelly, had Keith Sweat, he had it's beautiful, amazing album. Um, yes, so that was a beautiful album, Mission to Please. But anyway, yeah, number 5, as I mentioned, at your best, you are loved. All right, today.
My number 5 is Brokenhearted from Brandy's album. I love the one with Wanye though.
Oh, you do?
I do. I love it. I love it. I love it. But Brandy did good though by herself. Like she sound, I don't want to say better on like solo versus the one with the duet. She sounds so amazing on the one by herself though. That's my number 5.
So if you had both versions, the one with Wanye and the one by herself, and you had to pick one for your list, which one would you pick?
You always, I go based on what younger me would have said. With the one with Wanye.
Okay. Would that be the same for the rest of you? Would you prefer the one with Wanye or the single album version?
I like the one with Wanye on it.
Okay.
Yeah, video.
Okay.
It was good. Yeah, video.
Okay.
Yes, Brandy, and I think that pink dress, or is it a white dress she has on in the video?
I don't remember.
It was beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Okay. And so you guys didn't think, okay, everyone's saying duet. Okay. As I said, for me, I was like, I think she was looking for somebody to take her to her prom, and I think Kobe did. And then the rumor is that she's dating Wanye, and I'm thinking he's an old man and this young little girl going to the. So I think as I said, I look at the video and it just doesn't seem great to me. Hence, I just said I just prefer the album version, and I think I just preferred what she did on her own and stuff like that. Okay, yes, a few people prefer the album version. All right, number 4. I know what's number 4.
Number 4, I've moved this around a lot. But it's from Brandy's album, and it's I'm Yours. It's
yes.
Yeah, that I'm still obsessed with till this day. Like when I was reviewing the album, like I just kept going back to that song. Didn't make my number 1 because there's other songs from the album still that I really like, but yeah, it's a strong one. I love that song.
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay. All right, Stevie.
Do you know, like you get different phobias? There's different like arachnid, agoraphobia. Different people have different. I'm just thinking, because I'm reading these comments here, and
I was like, "Where's he going? What song?"
Here we go. When you get these people who just get completely obsessed with one artist, right, to the point where they can't tolerate or handle any sort of opinions opposing that artist that they're obsessed with. So is that phobic? I mean, these people out there change the whole physical complexion to look like a certain artist, as we've seen on social media. But I'm like, come on, We've got two artists here. Try and be unbiased in your opinions. It's like, I love Aaliyah, I love Brandy, but I'm not completely obsessed where I can't accept other opinions from other people. So, is there a phobia name for people who are obsessed with one artist? Is what would you call them?
Yeah, you can
Remember on
always.
the free forum in the 2000s, we had people who you couldn't debate with them about Aaron Hall because they were completely. You couldn't tell them about Charlie Wilson, for instance. They couldn't handle the fact that it's Charlie. Charlie had a bit of, or Stevie Wonder had a. They couldn't handle them opinions because they were so obsessed. It's like, if you're so obsessed with Aaliyah, can't you accept that maybe Brandy did a better single? I'm just saying, what would you call, what is the name you would give for people who are like that? I'm just wanted to put that out there. Anyway,
Yeah.
my number. We're at what number? We're number four. Again, the remix of this was an absolute killer single. This could have been number one. Obviously, there's a load of controversy about the song title and what it means now, but there wasn't back then. But I've gone for the album title, Age Ain't Nothing But a Number. I think it's a great record, despite what's behind it all.
Age ain't nothing but a number. Okay. Number 4 for me is I don't. Yeah, I listened to it now. I mean, it was probably number 8 or 9, and then I kept listening to the album, and it moved up to number 4. And I really did like the track. There was so many other tracks. It was almost like one of his temp. He used this production on other songs and other remixes. It was almost like the prelude to "I Believe I Can Fly" type of song. I don't know if anyone can think of what song that I'm talking about. There's one song on this on Aaliyah's album that was one of the first type of "I Believe I Can Fly" or "You Are Not Alone" type of
At your
vibe.
best,
Huh?
at your best, you are love.
No, no, no. Think about it. "I Believe I Can Fly." And think about what makes the song.
Like, why?
Open door. Old school.
No, no, no. So the one song that has the choir in the song. Yes.
Young Nick. No. Street Thing.
Three thing.
Yes, I love Street Thing. Yes.
So I love Street Thing. Because she's we can fly the high, we can climb the highest mountain, we can get it, and then they even say, okay, we're gonna stop this, take a pause, and come back and head breaking it down. Yeah, it's Street Thing, Street Thing.
Mhm.
There's a part that always makes me giggle. Is when she sings, "Boy, this love thus we have is oh so real." Then you say, "Oh yes, it is." So anytime I listen to that part, it's like it always makes me giggle. Like it kind of like yeah, man. And we can climb the highest man. Yeah. Now,
Yes.
as I said, um, I think there's a part of me that felt there's a part of me that so I'll first start off by saying if you ever there's the one of the greatest New Jack Swing podcasts was called Jacked. And if you listen to the podcast and listen to Teddy and Gene, sorry, and Timmy Gatlin and Aaron and so Damien and everyone talking about their whole history and stuff, and how Gene tried to separate Teddy from his girlfriend, who he was going to marry, because he was afraid she was going to tell him about how the business stuff was, and almost started pushing him to sleep around and stuff, which was heartbreaking because it affected him long term. Listening to this Aaliyah's album, and listening to, there was no doubt that she really loved R. Kelly and looked up to him. The age difference put aside, and there was a part of me that wondered. if she was a little bit older when they met, what would be the end result of where things were. And there was a part of me that listened to that and felt sorry for where they both were and stuff like that, because it felt like she was writing, singing love songs to him throughout. So that's just as I said. It's, circumstances as it was. It just meant that regardless of everything, what happened to her subsequently, her relationships with, whether it was Jay-Z or Dame Dash or whatever it is, how do you recover as a young person from what you thought was your crush and your love? And then it's like, nope, you can't have anything, move away. And then you go in, and then everyone else comes in and stuff. So I have no idea how she managed, how she recovered, and stuff like that. So that was the hard thing about listening to this album, was just understanding this young girl, where she was, and how she dealt with all the madness around her, and felt that she was probably didn't get the right support from those around because they saw money. Parents, uncle, her uncle Barry Hankerson, who was R. Kelly's manager, is the older brother of her mum. So so that it was hard. That was the sad thing with the album, but just thinking about the people involved. That said, I was able to separate and love the songs separately. So that's why I love Street Thing. I loved how she just the vocal, and I loved the story about everything. Yes. Okay. A day.
All right. Up next, number 4, correct? Right.
Yeah, number 4.
Okay, number 4, I have Back and Forth, Aaliyah. I just love her style, the baggy clothes that she wears throughout this album, but this video in particular, and the Agent of the number one. But this video, I love it. I love the hip hopness of it. I love the breakdowns. She's just so cool. Like, Back and Forth.
Okay. This is strange because we're listening to the comments and seeing everyone bringing in and stuff. And it's hard, as I said, it was hard to me. It's hard for us to do, because these are two young girls who came out with two beautiful albums. Aaliyah's came out in May of '94, and Brandy came out 4 months, 5 months, 6 months later in September of '94. Back and Forth was definitely a good intro and stuff. Lorena, what's number 3?
Yeah, so for me at number 3, I have Back and Forth. I just I feel like it's in my top 3. It's a big single. It was a great way to introduce her to the world and stuff. The video was fun. The clothes were great, the fashion style, but just I don't know. It's like a classic song. Like even when the song starts, and then you just hear everybody go back, and then the beat drops. So it's just and that also has a memorable dance to it, just like Age Ain't Nothing But a Number. Like Back and Forth gets played quite a bit. So yeah, that's my number 3.
Yeah. Did she let me see. Age Ain't Nothing. I'm just wondering. Yeah, because she was covering her eyes, and if you just in the videos, yeah. She was wearing these baggy clothes and stuff like that, but there was a difference in style because Brandy looked. Maybe I'm down now. Did Brandy look older or younger at the time in her first 2 videos? Does it feel playful?
I just think she just wasn't wearing the baggy look. Like she was just wearing like regular 90s girl clothes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Baggy
her
look.
clothes were more fitted.
Yeah,
She would wear it was a bit more girly because she would have on like pink in a lot of her videos, and floral, or it was like a different print. I don't know, but yeah, it's very different. The two.
Yeah. And but also we can then recognize that Brandy was a LA girl, she industry girl, and she was already, she was different type of. It showcased the difference between their style. There was no copycat. There was so different and distinct. But there wasn't, we're looking at both albums, but there wasn't any competition. I never thought of Brandy and Aaliyah and thought one was better than the other. I never. It's strange at the time that was never the case. We seemed to pit thereafter, but at that time there was just so much stuff you never compared the two. Because I think I don't even know what Monica came out. Yeah. All right. So, Lauren, what was your number three?
Back and forth.
Back and forth. Okay, Stevie, what's number three for you?
Oh gosh, this is where this top three. Any of these could be number one. Any of these now could be number one. And this, you know, in my original Brandy top 10 we did some months ago, this was number one, but I don't know why it's ended up at number three. My memories of this of when it first came out, I bought it out of Slam Jams Records in Manchester. It was a Tuesday afternoon. At the time, I didn't have any money, and I remember big shout to Leaky Fresh DJ. He was in the shop at the time, and he said, "Steve, this record's just come in." He pulled it, held up the single. It was in a black jacket with a hype sticker on, and he just put it on the deck and played it, and I was just blown away. And I said, I can't. I've not got the money to buy it. He said, "Don't worry, Steve. I'll get you a copy for the weekend," because he knew I'd have a bit of money. I said, "I'll save you one for the weekend." I had to go back on a Saturday with £6.50 and buy the record. And, you know, I've cherished it ever since. But it is a 90s classic. Nobody can argue that. This is a 90s classic. It's Brandy, I Want to Be Down at number three. Again, why is it not a number one? I'm asking myself. Could easily be number one. It's a great record. Great record.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm just going to surprise people by number three, but I think I love the production of this. I think I love the video of this, and I think I love the lyrics and the context of the song. And as much as I wanted to push it further down, it just couldn't. It just had to be up there, and it's back to Brandy and Best Friend. I love the song and I love the production. I preferred it to Baby, Baby, but I just loved Best Friend. And I love when her little brother comes in at the end and they're dancing. I just love that that vibe. Now, when they did their reality show, things and our Best Friend didn't seem to follow through, and then but it feels as if they've got an amazing relationship. But that was at that time. Beautiful track, beautiful production. I just don't. Yeah, it does. It does surprise me that Keith wasn't utilized as much, but maybe they just thought, because I said Rodney did some, with her Never album, took her to another level, and maybe timing they just thought, yep, let's just ship. And I think Rodney has mentioned that it's when he did Mary's "I Can Love You." That's when they brought him in to do Brandy's sophomore album. But I do think about the production of Keith Crouch and the jazzy kind of instrument feel and some of these tracks. What would have happened if he had continued with the second album? We'll never know. But Best Friend at number three. Love that.
Mm-hmm.
Great record. Great record.
Yeah. Love the flute on Best Friend and the snare. Okay. Yes, and I've seen Brandy live in London, and she was off the chain. Yeah. Okay. Ade, what's number three for you?
My number three is Aaliyah's "At Your Best," the original version. I love the remix, but the original version is the version I was introduced to first. Regardless of the remix, regardless of who's on the first one?
The Isley Brothers.
Yeah, regardless of their version, I heard first. So I, like you said, Namdi, she sounds so angelic on the song. So "At Your Best" is mine.
Even when she started off, I think when she started off and
yeah,
and then and then it just starts to go. It's just so tender. Yeah. Just so tender and stuff like that. And I don't know if we appreciate her at the time, because, as I said, if she had a different looking style, s- she didn't appear as she sounded. She didn't, she didn't, yeah. If she had, worn a dress or stuff like that, singing like that, we would have seen a difference. But anyway,
Mhm.
we've down to our top two. Lorena, what's number two for you?
So at number two, I have Brandy's Baby at number
Oh
two.
wow, that high up.
Yes. Um, I don't know. I love the song. I love the beat of the song.
Mhm.
I think it's just I love the way she sings on this track too. I think it's because it's like one of the first songs of hers that I heard, and to hear that like lower, tone and register that she has, I just
Hmm.
thought it was so cool as a kid. And then the music video too was one of my favorites. I wanted every outfit from that video to wear in the wintertime.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's one of my faves. So I have it in at number two.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Stevie, what's number two for you?
Um, this surprised me because it wasn't number one, and I pushed it back to number two. Um, this track at the time was just it was everything to me. It was being played in the clubs, the Pirates. I think the reason I picked it to number two because it's very of its time now. I mean, any record that you hear back then that goes, oh, hey, oh, hey, it's all like hip hop. It's a very dated sound that, even though it is fun, and I think that's probably what stopped it getting to number one because it does sound very, very of its time. But it's still great clubbing memories for me. This buying this record on 12, all the mixes, but Aaliyah back and forth. It was number
Okay.
one. It back to number
Okay.
two. It was terrible.
Okay.
I'm sure all the Aaliyah stands now they've got the Stevie Street doll out and they're like putting the pins in. Putting the pins. How dare you, Stevie Street? How dare you putting in Aaliyah back and forth at number two? How dare you? Yes. It's
I
only a
think Michael
chart,
Brown.
folks. It's only a top 10 chart.
Mhm.
It's only a
Right.
chart.
Sorry.
I think Michael Brown is watching the replay and probably caught me saying some stuff. No, yeah. As I said, for everyone, when you think about, 23, 24 songs from both albums, and then we're picking up 10 favorite from both albums, and and not this in any over the other, it's just opinions and stuff. My number two is a song that I think defined parts of the 90s, especially in around 94. And it's it was yeah, when I watch the video, when I listen to it, and when I see it being performed, I'm like, yeah, I've just got to put it up there. And it's Brandy's "I Want to Be Down." It's
Okay.
yeah, it's one of those songs where, so when Stevie, if you ask me, are there songs that when I listen to it, then do I still remember it now? That's the one. That and Best Friend, those two tracks. It's from when I listened to it when it came out, and when I'm listening to it now, it just evokes the same memory of, yeah, I just love the video. I love the innocence of the music video, at this as well. With when they did their little dance stuff and she's on the phone, and I miss the fact that we used to have actual phones back in the day, and I always remember making my voicemail. The voicemail I used was Blackstreet's Physical Thing, and then it when the beep starts off, and you hear check it out, and I'll say, okay, hi, you've reached Namdi. I'm not here right now. If you care to leave a name and number, and then Chelsea said, I'm gonna do my thing, and I said, and I'll pause for that, and I said, I'll call you back when I can. No, baby, no, baby, no, baby, and I'll say thanks, and then that was my voicemail, and
You worked hard at that one, Namdi.
yeah.
Right?
So when I listen to this,
That must have been some edit on that.
no, I was really good back then when it came to editing, and actually, I was. And so my auntie called from England. I was in Wisconsin, Milwaukee, She said, "Lamb, this your ringtone, your voicemail is too long, and it's cost me a lot of money." But you had to have it. Everybody had to have the music playing while you recorded your message. And then I think people don't know what it was like living in the '90s when you had to do that, and you did your star stuff to get your voicemail and stuff like that. So, but yeah, so seeing her on the phone, seeing the video, seeing the clothes, the whole vibe of that video, the color, very colorful and stuff. That still stays with me. So if I hear the song, I can go back to the time, and that's one song that stays with me. I want to be down at number 2.
You know, my voicemail is Tevin Campbell.
So what's he saying?
It starts off. I got mine. Mine is literally the Jade from. I think it's what song is that? The beginning of "I Want to Love You."
Oh, we'll get through to
No,
you.
don't walk
Okay.
away. The beginning. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I basically say what they say. Hi, you've reached. We're not in right now. You'll leave your name and number, but it has Tevin Campbell's "Alone with You" at the beginning and at the end.
Oh, is that what you're using now, or you're talking about
Yeah,
back
I've
in the
had
day?
it for years since I was in high.
Oh,
I
you
made it
still-
in like high school, and I still have it.
Man, I do. Oh, goodness, I wonder. Wow, goodness. Does any of you have a voicemail with the music? Do you still, Lauren? Did you actually have? Did you actually do that yourself back in the day, or
I
was it
did.
before
I
your
did
time?
that. I didn't do it. I didn't have a cell phone, but I did it on the house phone. So I took over the house phone, the voicemail. I remember recording songs because my sister used to do it all the time, my older sister. So I was like, well, I don't have a phone, so I did it on the house phone.
Mhm.
Oh man, those were the days. Okay, down to number 1. So before you get to number 1, do your
Oh,
honor.
wait, I didn't do my number
Oh,
2.
sorry. I thought you did. Sorry.
My number 2 is "Street Thing" by Aaliyah.
Oh,
I love it.
Wow.
So
okay. Okay.
It'll end every single note, every lyric.
So
Yes.
tell me about it. Tell me about because I had it at number 4, but that was as high as I could take it. So
Mhm.
what made you appreciate it?
Oh, I love that bridge when they're like, "Yo, Lee, break it down," and then they just go into the
Yeah.
front.
Oh yeah.
Down to each
So this
beat.
the
I
rappers.
love
Yo,
it all
yeah.
these
Aaliyah,
beats.
tell us, break
Yes.
it down. Let them know how you're feeling. We
Yes.
how
Like,
you felt
yes.
it.
I love Street Thing so much. I wish it was again something else that she had a music video too. Like a lot of her songs deserved visuals.
Yeah. I wonder if we've appreciated. Yeah, yeah. It should have been released as a single. I would listen to it. I was like, man, this was. And then, as I said, the choir coming in as well. And I don't know if he'd. I'm sure he's used choirs before, but yeah, that definitely would have been. Yeah, I love that song. Okay. And what about when she says, "Boy, this love we have is so for"? Did you? And he says, "Oh, yes, it is." Do you remember that part?
Wait, like after the choir?
And after the second verse, and then she says, after the second verse, and she brings him in. Boy, this love we have is also real. Oh, yes, it is.
Oh yeah. Okay. Love it. Again, everything. Love it.
Okay. All right. So right now, before we all tell our top 10, our number 1, we're just going to go and do some honorable mentions and then do 10 down to number 1. So we start with you, Lorena.
So honorable mentions that I have is Young Nation. That was on my list, but then I had taken it off. But I really love that song. I think that's another one that I think it would have been cool if they had a music video, especially because it's like a song for young people. So I think it would have been super cool. Another one that I have from that album is I'm Down. So that was on the list too, but then I took it off in the end. And then I have 2 tracks from Brandy also, which is Give Me You, which is like one of the last songs before the outro. It's really good. And then another one that didn't make the list, which is crazy, but I Want to Be Down. So those are my honorable.
What?
Yeah, I know.
As an honorable mention. Wow.
I know.
Oh my
Shocking,
goodness.
shocking
Oh my
revelation.
I know. Very shocking.
Wow.
All right.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead. Do your 10 to 1.
So at 10, it's Street Thing by Aaliyah. Number 9, I'm So Into You by Aaliyah. Number 8 is Moving On by Brandy. 7 is Down with the Click by Aaliyah. 6 is Best Friend by Brandy. 5, I have At Your Best, You Are Loved by Aaliyah. 4 is I'm Yours by Brandy. Number 3, Back and Forth by Aaliyah. Number 2, Baby by Brandy. And number 1, which is very different, but it's another song that I am obsessed with. I think they did such a good job with the production and her singing that song as well, which is Brandy's As Long as You're Here.
Oh, goodness.
Okay.
That's a left field. I didn't even think
Wow.
Very different.
Okay. Okay.
Wow.
Steve, yeah, I don't even remember that song.
Oh my God. I love that
I
song.
can't even remember that song. I'm like, oh, did I? Was that on the album?
I'm like, I'm the same. Was that on the album? I'm like, what song was that? Terrible. That's really bad on us. That no. Really
Yeah, I need to do a quick check to see if it was on my version of the album or something like that.
Really?
As long as
No,
you,
it's
yeah,
there.
no,
It's
it's
number.
just after Sunny
Number 9
Days.
it is.
Yeah, no, I can't remember it. Wow, okay. All right, Stevie, what about you?
I've only got one honourable mention. That was Sunny Days that didn't make my top 10, and I just loved this little run on this Aaliyah album of Street Thing, Young Nation, and Old School. All great tracks, all fantastic tracks. Even I'm down, Anyway, my top 10 is Brandy, Moving On. Number 9, Brandy again, always on my mind. Number 8, Aaliyah, At Your Best. Number 7, Aaliyah, The Thing I Like, which is debatable as to what was it on? It was on the European UK version and the soundtrack. Sorry, US, you didn't get that track. What a shame. What a shame. Number 6, Brandy, Baby. Number 5, Aaliyah, I'm So Into You. Number 4, Aaliyah, Age Ain't Nothing But a Number. Number 3, Brandy. Damn, this should have been number 1. I Want to Be Down. Number 2, Aaliyah, Back and Forth should have been number 1. So what did get to number 1 then? I've even surprised myself here, but I think production-wise, this has stood the test. It sounds amazing now. It stood the test of time so well. That's probably why I picked it at number 1. It sounds, better than anything production-wise. Dare I say, on the Aaliyah album, it's better than anything. It's that stood the test of time, and I think it will go on for another 40 years. But Brandy, Best Friend, has made my. I think the production it's miles ahead. It's just incredible. Even the song's really good. Even the song's really good. Great song.
Yeah.
Very underrated. It was a single, very, very underrated. So yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's a
That's
It's just surprise. It's number So it's definitely a different track. I mean, both of you have picked some strong and different Brandy songs.
You guys know what Stevie's song is.
What's that?
I said, at least you guys know.
Yeah.
Now it's like a question mark. You're like, what?
Yeah, I mean, when people talk about album cuts, yours is like one of those like, did they make yeah. I've not heard it, so but yeah. Okay. My honorable mentions are Brandy's I'm Yours, Aaliyah's I'm So Into You, Brandy's Sunny Days, and it's the new school, it's the old school, it's the new school. And then R. Kelly telling us how he got his record deal. He signed the papers and he signed his life away. He didn't realize the B8. So that was old school at number. Yeah, so those were my honorable mentions. At number 10, I put Baby. At number 9, Moving On. At number 8, Brokenhearted. Number 7 is Age Ain't Nothing But a Number. Number 6, Back and Forth. Number 5, At Your Best, Your Love. Number 4 is Street Thing. Number 3 is Best Friend. Number 2 is I Want to Be Down. And number 1, goodness, this is I just loved the production. I loved her voice. I loved the whole vibe of this. Young Nation, Under the Groove.
Wow.
Young
Yes.
Nation. I loved the whole track. And I could have just seen a video of her, that part when she does Age Ain't Nothing and she's doing this, just her with her homies singing this track. It would have just been such a thing. The hope that it was so mellow, it was so Young Nation. That is my favorite. I mean, it was, as I mentioned, if you thought of my number 2 and 3 were both Brandy tracks, my favorite Brandy ones, but Young Nation was just such a vibe for me. Just such a vibe. Yeah,
It is a really good track. That.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a great.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's great. That's a great picture. That in it. Very young Brandy.
Yes. Beautiful.
And then you get this in the inner sleeve of this as well. More of the
Yeah,
teenage.
such a difference in stuff.
Yeah.
This is funny. Somebody else that loves Young Nation.
Somebody say Rock on no list. We're doing their debut album.
No, so Mike, we're doing the debut albums. So both their debut albums, and I said before, I normally have both albums at the back. So it's their debut albums as stuff. Yeah. Okay. Today.
For my honorable mentions, I have Best Friend and Old School.
Wow, Best Friend is an honorable mention. Wow.
Yeah, Best Friend by Brandy as honorable mention, and Old School by Aaliyah as honorable mention. Okay, my list. Number 10, I put Love Is On My Side by Brandy. Number 9, I'm Down, Aaliyah. I did switch these, but sorry. Number 8, I'm Yours. Number 7, Young Nation. Number 6, Baby. Number 5, Brokenhearted. Number 4, Back and Forth. Number 3, At Your Best, original version. Number 2, Street Thing. And number 1, even Tupac wanted to be down with Brandy. I don't know who didn't want to be down, but my number 1 is I Want to Be Down.
It was a defining song and video of the 90s. And then they had that amazing remix with Yo-Yo, MC Light, and Queen Latifah. And that was, I think that was like, oh, okay, what's going on here? Then we got female rappers being appreciated. So Total did their remix with Foxy and the rest. And then I think we had Lady Marmalade stuff. So that was something that. But that Brandy, I Want to Be Down.
Yeah.
And also MC Latifah, because we hadn't heard much from her in a long time when she did You and I Unity. So her doing the remix, it was like, okay, that was massive. So yes, definitely a hot remix. So yeah, okay. The remix video is better than the original. Yeah, I think the original always gives, it means when you do the remix, we can appreciate it more, and then almost appreciate the song a lot more. And I think that's what I appreciated more. And I think at the time, I'll be honest, I did prefer the Brandy album at the time, and 94, 95 after those, because I think the labels managed it better. Jive was not a big record label back then. They weren't as good at pushing. They did their best, But Atlantic, with Brandy was on, had a lot more money and a lot more structure behind. So that said, um, what would you rate both albums out of a 10, Lorena?
Um, for Brandy, I just feel like this is like a no skips album. Like even with like the interludes and the outro, I just feel like it's just so well done. So I'm gonna give Brandy's album a 10 actually. It's one of my favorite Brandy
Wow.
albums. I love it. So yes, that's a 10 out of 10. For Aaliyah's album, I love that album, but I'm not gonna give it a 10. I feel like it is like an 8.5.
Okay. 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 Stevie, what about you?
Struggling here because, like I say, I didn't at the time. I didn't buy this album. I just bought the singles, so I'm not emotionally attached to this album like I am this album. Some of the songs do send me asleep, but it is. I can't rate it lower than 7 because the production's just too good. It's a classy production. Some of the songs on this are really strong, so I'm going to give it a 7. I don't know what I gave it last time. I don't remember. Yeah, I'm going to give it 7. Okay. I can't rate lower than 7. And I'm going to give this, even though it does sound, the production does sound dated in places now. And she's not here. She's not with us this year, which is still a hard thing. It's still a very hard thing to deal with that, even now, so many years on. I'll give this an 8.5 around that. You know.
Okay. Okay.
I'll give that.
Okay. As I've said, for me, the Brandy album is my favorite Brandy album of all her albums. I really, production-wise and everything. So I would give the Brandy album a 9 out of 10 because it's my favorite out of hers. And I think the Aaliyah album, I would probably give it. I think at the time, if going in, I probably would have given the Aaliyah album a 7 before listening to it and then appreciating it. So if you notice on my list, most of my, apart from 2 and 3, Aaliyah made up 7 of the top, 7 of the top. Out of the top 7, Aaliyah made up 5 out of the top 7. So it meant that I actually appreciate the Aaliyah album a lot more. But as a whole, I'll give Aaliyah's AJ Nuts but number an 8. Ade, what about you?
Brandy, 10. Aaliyah, 10. I think these are some of the best albums that we have ever reviewed on here. And you see how it was so tough for us to do? Like, there was so many hits that just deserved so many more music videos, and these young women did their thing. And wow, I wish Aaliyah was still here. Like, wow, just before I get emotional. 10 out of 10.
Yeah, she actually did. It was her birthday, I think, last week or so.
Yes. And I forgot to mention on my honorable mentions. I know Lorena mentioned her interludes. I dedicate Brandy's interludes. Oh my gosh, yes, amazing. Yes.
Okay. I mean, so I guess just wrapping up then, when we think about both women and the trajectory of their careers, do we think that when their sophomore albums, One in a Million and Never Say Never, which of the two albums who did you think their sophomore albums really did? Not forget about record sales and the Hold the Boy's Mind, but just thinking about how they progressed. Which of them would you then say actually progressed better than you expected from their debut album?
Well, you got to look at it this way. There's only one of these artists that has influenced generations of other younger R&B fans and artists, and that's Aaliyah. It hasn't been Brandy, it's been Aaliyah. You know, you've got Gen Z. They're just like they model themselves on Aaliyah still. I can see even like younger female singers now coming out that are just like, they're just copying Aaliyah. You know, it's just like it's like I've seen this and seen it and heard it a million times before. The way they dress. What about that girl in Nigeria? That girl that's blown up in Nigeria did a track with Keith Sweat and Andy. What's her name?
Oh, I can't remember. Yeah.
How she dresses? She just dresses like Aaliyah. You know, so she's made a massive impression on generations below her.
Lorena, what would you say?
I agree with Stevie. Like, I feel like she's kind of like the template of what a lot of labels use when it comes to introducing like a new female artist. But then I also feel like a lot of people copy Brandy's like vocal runs and stuff like that. I feel like they really studied her and her albums when it comes to that, like for different like vocal abilities. But for style, Aaliyah, and also I think too 1 in a Million, because we had Timberland come in and he kind of I think he changed the way like we heard R&B with that album. So I think also too that had a big impact on R&B.
Okay. Dave?
I'm looking at the years of their albums when they came out. Aaliyah did 1996. I know she took like a 2-year break after this one.
Which isn't uncommon because some of her singles came out in 95. And so, yeah.
And then Brandy's didn't do till 98 because she was doing Moesha. I don't know. I feel like both of them have a great impact on music today, on women today, and they're different like categories, because Brandy showed us like one of the first Black girls to get a Barbie doll, one of the first Black girls to get her own TV show, while being in her like one of our favorite natural styles, braids. And we Black women love braids to this day. So it's like they both just did something very different throughout their careers. And even though it's going, like her presence is still here, will never leave.
And this is so one of the things is that we're not pitting one over the other, because as I said, this was a celebration of both albums, and because it came out in the same year. And I think Brandy so she had the 4-year gap before she came out with her follow-up album, and that gave her enough time to really test the market. But she came out hot with The Boy's Mine. But I think Aaliyah's If Your Girl Only Knew, 1 in a Million, 4-page letter, Hot Like Fire. So she went along the sounds that were really hot at that time. But I think we did a review of 1 in a Million, and I didn't realize how good the album was when you listen to it in its full depth. But both women have impacted a generation and still do, and we were definitely fortunate to get this great album and great music from both of them. Vocally, everyone says Brandy sounds like Whitney. I don't see it. I'm able to listen to both women and appreciate them and not think, oh, Brandy's Whitney and Aaliyah's Janet. I just listened to them and thought that they were very different and distinct, and I definitely appreciate them. Oh goodness! All right, it's wait until we do Beyonce versus Taylor Swift. I'm sure we'll probably get the Swifties and the Beehive coming out after us then. But so we're fortunate that
I don't think I'll be around for that podcast. I'll be honest now. I won't be around for that one, mate. I'll take a holiday. I might throw a sick in. I'll throw a sick in that week if we do that one.
But I think it was good to see fans of both artists who were watching and giving the props to both artists and being able to appreciate the fun that we've had this evening. So we appreciate it.
For those of you, just take this away tonight. Don't get obsessed by one art. Don't just get obsessed by one artist. Don't live in that one artist bubble. There's a lot of good music out there, a lot of good artists. Just take that with you tonight. folks. Thank you.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, guys. So, we will. Yes, are you serious about the? No. Goodness, no.
We've lost you, Namdi.
Yeah, sorry, not serious about Taylor Swift and Beyonce. Not serious about those two. It would be interesting getting Beyonce on because she is another artist that does cause some division among R&B fans. So we will look and see who we'll pair her up with. But for us, it's been a fun episode, and definitely we appreciate all you guys. And we'll catch you shortly. Yes, so, I think just remember now on the new Jackson podcast, we are doing the House Party 1 versus 2 album. So be on the lookout for that. But from Lorena, Stevie, Ade, and myself, we appreciate you guys, and we'll definitely see you guys soon. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of Halftime Chat. Please remember to subscribe, share, and comment. But most importantly, why don't you become a member of Halftime Chat? We've got amazing videos, amazing perks, and being able to support the channel. But anyway, thanks for watching. Take care.
I never participated in that kind
And somewhere in between
us, or even loving us, on which I didn't miss you with.
What was it like growing up?